I thought it was a joke when they first told me that it was pronounced Baroque
Barack. Is it really?
instead of Baroque, the type of music this is.
Really?
But people in the comments of our last Bach video was that it's pronounced Baroque.
Interesting.
I don't know, because I thought it was a joke. They were saying Baroque and roll, and it's like, oh yeah, it's the original rock and roll
Oh.
back then. And
Yeah.
what's up? I'm MCA,
What's up? I'm DJ.
and we are back with another reaction video.
Yeah, we are.
Um, we are doing our most watched video is
Classical, and it's
Baroque,
Baroque. Isn't it Bach?
Toccata and Fugue.
Toccata and Fugue, yeah.
And I decided we should do another Bach. It's been a while.
It has. It has a lot of views.
Yes, what, 70 some thousand?
I think so.
70,000? So we're going to do another Bach.
Yeah.
However, we don't have the time tonight to do it, but we're going to do like an entire week of just Johann Sebastian Bach.
Yeah, okay.
And we're going to call it Bachmanity Insanity.
Ooh.
It's not an original name. If you know what that name is from, Bachmanity Insanity.
Bachmanity Insanity.
If you know what that's from, let me know in the comments. I want to see who all the people are that would know. I actually wore my Pied Piper t-shirt yesterday.
Who's the real fans?
So let's do... I didn't know which one to pick. I picked one that I thought maybe you would have heard.
Okay.
And something that you'd be able to follow along with.
Yeah?
Because you'd heard it before.
Hope so.
This is from the Brandenburg Concertos.
Okay.
And it's the third one in G major. Ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
the size of that
I
bow.
know. Sounds medieval. Incredible.
Somebody actually wrote that.
And how do you memorize all that? You
They're
know?
reading it,
I guess, yeah, I guess true.
but I bet you they can play most of it.
But how do you not mess up? Like, what happens if one person messes up, they gotta cue it back up, start over.
It'd have to be probably pretty bad, but I bet
You think they messed up in between that?
maybe like one person missed a note, but you can't hear it as well because there's so many.
I wonder, yeah.
I really like the harpsichord.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Is it that guy in the very back? Was he playing that? Or no?
Playing what?
The harp.
Harpsichord?
Yeah.
That's
No?
different than a harp.
Oh. Then I don't know.
There wasn't a harp actually in it.
Really?
But, well, technically if you take the harp and turn it on its side and put it in a piano
Oh.
with the
Then that
two
would've been
with
the-
the two manuals,
Okay.
harpsichord,
So they were playing it on the.
Mhm.
I gotcha.
it's got that little real high pitch like sound.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like a piano. I absolutely love the harpsichord. I love the way it sounds.
That all just. And they all have those pads. It must hurt after a while.
On the
Yeah.
yeah.
Having that on their neck, wherever they have it.
Well,
on their
there's all
shoulder.
there's a chin pad on most violins, but they've got
But
like
they got more padding on it.
they've got
Like a towel. It looks
a
like.
towel like something like over it, which I wouldn't expect to see.
Maybe after
maybe
a
that's
while. I don't know.
Sweat? I don't
Could
know
be sweat.
because of the lights.
You might slip.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Whoa, sorry.
Whoa. One thing that I thought was interesting is the guy that's playing the upright
In the back.
in the back, he has rubber bands around the neck where the frets would be.
Did he?
Is that what that is? Do you see the lines across
Yeah.
the neck? I think those might be rubber bands.
So it only played to that, up to that, right?
Well, so it's
You strum
fretless. Like this guitar, you see the wires that are
Yeah.
embedded into the neck?
Right.
Those are the frets. So that it tells me when I'm playing, or somebody much better than me, that where to put your fingers to make the note.
Yeah.
And a fretless is the same concept, it just doesn't have the wire in it.
That's
But
interesting.
his looked like, and one of them was even like pulled down, like when he moved down, he moved it. It
Maybe.
looked to me like they were rubber bands. I don't know. Somebody let us know if that's just my eyes playing tricks on me and those are actually inlaid,
Right.
or are those just like strapped on rubber bands on
be.
on an instrument.
That's.
But that's what it looked like to me. And all right, so did that say Allegro on it at the beginning? I
No.
don't remember. Did it know? I thought
No.
it said Allegro, which means maybe
No.
I don't know a lot about classical music. I listened to a lot of it for a very long time,
Yeah.
but I never studied it and I don't know a lot about it, right?
Yeah.
So this is a concerto. You notice that there's less people in this
Yeah, there's not many.
versus like the William Tell Overture,
Whole bunch. Of
which
people.
was a room
Like a-
full of people.
Yeah.
And the Mozart that we did
Yeah.
was much bigger.
Yeah.
So I don't know for sure, but I think a concerto is piece with one instrument that's the main,
Yeah.
and then all the other instruments behind it are supporting,
Supporting that main.
and there aren't anywhere near as many. As you see, there were 6 violins.
Right, there was a lot of,
There were 3 cellos.
looked like, yeah, they
There
were,
was an upright bass,
and then,
the harpsichord.
I think that was it.
I think that was it. So it's a much smaller amount of people playing it. Didn't seem like it.
Still the same
It,
power
it
and,
felt like the same power, it didn't have like the drums and
Right.
like William Tell, but I think that's what a concerto is. Let us know what a concerto is.
yeah.
But whenever I see one of those and I think, okay, if that's a concerto, which one's the main instrument?
Right, what's the main one in that piece, or that group?
So I think it might be that guy on the far left. Or it's a violin and multiple people played the violin part. But I don't know.
Because didn't he start?
Yeah, probably.
You think
Well,
you think the
no.
main would be the start, the person that starts?
No, it's the person that would probably play on his own while the others are playing the same thing behind him. So he would be playing something different, and then the supporting would be playing
I
behind
gotcha.
him. That's what I would imagine.
So maybe it was him.
I don't know, because
But then it looked like she did
yeah,
the
that's
same
that's
thing he
why
did.
I'm very very confused. So, I think there are 6 of these Brandenburg concertos.
Yeah.
They're very famous, obviously. And I've always said that Mozart was the most gifted and greatest musician who's ever lived on this planet, and there'll never be anybody better than him.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Could be.
Maybe Johann Sebastian Bach is.
Maybe.
Maybe Bach is the
God.
greatest, well, no, he's not God, but the greatest musician to ever live. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've always liked Mozart.
But that piece I've heard. The bits and pieces of it, but I don't know, from movie probably. Probably a movie.
Or a restaurant. That first part is something you would normally hear in like a fancy restaurant.
Fancy restaurant or like a ballroom.
Yeah, I mean it would be you'd hear it something like that.
Yeah, you would actually.
This is probably a popular piece for a restaurant to play if they're
Fancy.
charging you $140 for a steak.
Yeah.
Like where I went for my anniversary.
Better be a good steak. Was it good?
Hyde Park.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, I don't know. What'd you think?
That's great, man.
You want to see more?
Yeah, and you never, when I'm listening, it never seems that long. I
Right.
don't know why.
It doesn't seem as long as
The
how long it.
timestamp
Right.
says, yeah.
And when you said that sounds like something medieval, I actually like that part of it the best.
It did, didn't it? It
Like you've got your main theme that goes through, right? And then
Yeah.
they went into that part where you said this sounds like something medieval. And there's also that and I like that part the best. More than the
Yeah.
although
kinda like
that's
the-
pretty cool
like the
too.
darker side of it
Then like halfway through it went to a different theme altogether.
completely. There's so many elements to that. Every piece of that could be in a movie, in a different movie, it seems like.
Yeah.
Loved
So,
it. Loved it.
yeah, I like that a lot. And we're going to be doing a lot more Bach.
Yeah, we should.
And I thought it was a joke when they first told me that it was pronounced Baroque.
Barack. Is it really?
Instead of Baroque, the type of music this is.
Really?
Apparently the death of Bach is the end of Baroque and the beginning of classical. I may have that wrong. But people in the comments of our last Bach video was that it's pronounced Baroque in the
Really?
Old English.
Interesting.
I don't know. because I thought it was a joke. They were saying Baroque and roll, and it's like, oh yeah, it's the original rock and roll
Oh.
back then, and
Yeah.
but it's Baroque. But I don't know. Is it Baroque or Baroque?
Let us know.
And am I being played? Because I don't
Somebody
know.
tricking you.
Somebody tried to trick me and tell me it's Baroque by making the Baroque and roll joke.
Yeah, could be.
So if you want to see more, like I said, I think we're going to do like 7 videos in a row, like a week's worth,
Yeah.
even though it'll be 2 weeks worth now that we've been doing every other day, and
That'd be cool.
maybe call it Bachmanity Insanity,
I think so.
which comes from a TV show that I really like.
I think we should.
See if there's any other software engineers like me out there that know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, but if you want to see more, be subscribed.
Notified
Petrified.
and horrified.